Hi, welcome to the Rowntree Gardens podcast. My name is Kristen Coates, and today I have the privilege of interviewing Marilou Sams. We hope that you find her life insights intriguing, enjoyable, and inspiring. Stay tuned. Hello, Marilou.
Good afternoon. I guess it's afternoon. It's after lunch.
So this is a big month for you because you're coming up on a really significant ceremony, celebration with your wedding anniversary.
Oh.
How many years are we coming up on?
55 years.
55 years. 5-5.
5-5.
Okay. How did you get to 55 years? Tell us about it. We got to unpack this. People are dying to know.
I'm not sure. We're just the best of friends.
That's a big piece, though. The friendship.
And I was going to tell you when I found out that it was your second anniversary.
Yep.
The anniversary that really hit me first was when I realized I had been married longer than I had not been married.
Oh.
When you hit that point, you know.
That's an odd thought to think about.
It's like, I've been married to Kenny longer than I haven't been.
To your best bud.
Yeah.
The person you do all of life with. The person you do travels with and everything.
Adventures.
Yeah.
Like I said, he'd say, let's go here, and okay.
No objection. No objection.
Yeah.
How do you like to celebrate?
Oh, not any big bashes, except that our sons and daughter-in-law like to throw a big party.
Oh, that's fun when the family pitches in. Do you have to have flowers?
Oh, I love flowers.
Does Kenny get you flowers?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I have to tell Tommy I want flowers so then I can get them for the anniversary. After year 2, I'm hoping year 3, it'll just be automatic. I'll just get the flowers.
Okay. You just have to communicate.
You have to communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you really got to spell it out. Talk to me about your partnership with Kenny. What has that been like?
I don't really know where to begin. We've known each other, really kind of known each other since junior high school.
That long?
And that's because that's when we started in the youth group at church.
Oh.
So he always went, whether he wanted to or not, because his parents were sponsors.
Oh.
And then that's what you did. You went to church on Sunday, you went to like potlucks on Wednesday night, you went to youth group, because there really wasn't a lot of other activities going on. So actually, growing up, my best friends just about were in the church youth group. But again, most of our youth group and our age were mostly boys.
Oh.
So I hung out with all the guys. Sometimes I was the only girl there.
Well, yeah,
and they didn't care. So whatever we went out to do, it might have been just me and a bunch of the guys, or sometimes there'd be some other girls. And we had kids from other high schools. So it was really a neat group.
It's a great way to get to know someone. It's just easy with your
and so
friends.
I knew him, and we just all hung out together.
When did it become the thought of, oh, I like Kenny?
When we graduated from junior high, which at that time was 9th grade, and they had a big 9th grade dance.
Oh.
And I was so mad at him because he decided to go to the movies with his brothers and friends instead of going to the dance.
Oh, no.
So the next year in high school, they had a backwards dance where the girls asked the guys. Oh. And so I asked him And reluctantly, I guess, he said he'd go.
So it didn't deter you. You kept going.
I kept going. Our friends will say that I chased him until he caught me.
And 55 years later, the pursuit is on. How old were you when you were engaged, when he proposed?
We kind of started going together our senior year of high school. It took him till senior year.
Finally got the courage.
And then we were engaged for a year and a half.
Okay.
I can't remember. So we got engaged like in 63?
63?
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
About our first year of college, I think.
So there was just a nice comfort level
because we even went to
established.
college together.
And you went to college together.
Yeah.
So you really knew each other.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I mean, if you didn't know it at that point.
Yeah.
So it was pretty easy.
And our families didn't live that far apart. I could even walk from my house to his.
That's convenient.
So, yeah.
Oh.
Anyway.
Pals for life.
Yeah.
I love that. 55 years. So
church is a good place to meet somebody.
It is. That's how my parents met too, at church.
Uh-huh.
So it's a great place to
Yeah,
meet.
my parents.
There's lots of activities.
And Kenny's parents.
And
we all went to the same church.
You all went to the same church.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty tight community then.
Mm-hmm.
And then where was this, the church?
In Long Beach.
In Long Beach.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So you've been planted in this area for a number of years.
I was born in Louisiana, but I was only there for 6 weeks. And then we came to Long Beach. My dad was in the Army.
Okay.
Came back to Long Beach, and that's where
Rest is history.
I've been ever since, till we came here.
Wow. Rooted.
Love
it. So you're a very creative person, and you're a very active person. You garden. You make a variety of crafts. You're really involved with events, and you provide ideas for events. Where does that creativity and innovative thinking come from?
That, I think I was just kind of born with.
Yeah?
Just always kind of been looking at things and what can you do with it. And having grown up in a family with 6 kids, you saved everything. You used it. You reused it. And so the creativity, comes from that. You didn't throw things away. So,
resourceful.
but I've always liked art and crafts and building things.
And we see that a lot here at Rowntree too.
Well, when you have all those styrofoam and plastic that comes with all your meals.
But it's so cheerful.
Thank you.
It's a great contribution. How has creativity helped you in life?
Well, we've never had lots of money. Kenny was a teacher, and I just worked part-time for the school district. So again, you use things. You always found new ways to do things and ways to have vacations and go places without spending lots of money. You used what you had and
made
enjoyed
it work.
it until later. And the first big jump we did was our first cruise.
Ooh. And
it kind of was a fluke, and we really hesitated on spending the money, and everybody kept saying, oh, you've got to do this. If you don't, you'll be sorry you didn't go. And that was the beginning of like 28 cruises.
28 cruises?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's what it's like living here.
Oh, that's so
You're
nice.
on a cruise. You just, you go to the dining room, you have activities planned. You can do as little or as much as you want to do.
Yeah, it's a cruise ship on land.
You just aren't going port to port. But you can sign up for a bus trip.
That's what we have to create. Those are the events.
Places to go.
Places to go. Wow, 28 cruises. That's amazing.
Some were short. A few were weekends.
Did you have a favorite? Are you more of a tropical person, or do you like...
We did do tropical, but I really hate the heat and the mugginess and that. If I had a choice of where to go again, would probably be Alaska.
That's a beautiful place to go.
That would probably be
canoeing,
the next
and
choice.
Hiking.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, between your pieces of art and Kenny's woodshop pieces, I bet the house looked really good with all of those creative elements.
Oh, well, yeah. Kenny built furniture and built a lot of toys. And
what kind of furniture did he build?
Not too much. He made a rocking chair, made a table, like a big coffee table. Spent more time on toys, making toys for the kids.
And toys for the kids.
And grandkids then.
So for the family kids. Anything with church? Were there toys that were given to kids at church?
Oh, yeah. Every year we'd have an auction, too, and he'd make something special to be auctioned at the auction, too.
I love that. That's a great way to
And for,
give.
like, showers, bridal showers and baby showers, he'd make something.
Really?
Like a cutting board with all different kinds of wood.
Oh.
So.
That's pretty special.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that have something that he made.
Yeah. He's kind of the giving tree that keeps on giving.
Yeah.
Both of you together are really creative. That's really fun. What is one of the biggest hurdles you've experienced in life, and how did you deal with it?
Probably our biggest hurdle is Kenny being diagnosed with Parkinson's. And so he's in his 18th year of Parkinson's. And just to look at different ways that we can not cope with it, but handle it and try to make it better for him. And that's what got us here. Is 3 years ago, we just got to a point where stress is a big aggravation for Parkinson's. And so you want to eliminate stress. And taking care of a house and all the things that go with an older house especially is stressful. And there were things that he used to be able to do and he can't do now, and that's stressful. And we just decided, let's eliminate the stress.
Let's let it go.
So,
wow,
that got us here.
That's a big moment.
It was, yeah. That was a big decision, but we had already decided that we knew where we were going to move to someday.
Because your mom
My mother lived here, and a couple of her friends had been here before her.
So you were pretty acquainted.
So we knew about this, and we did check out one other place, but it didn't come close to this.
Didn't have the creativity that you were looking
right.
for. Wow. Describe a major turning point in your life.
Some big celebrations, 25th anniversary, and then the 50th anniversary.
What were those like?
Big. That was the 25th anniversary was the first year we got a Disney pass.
Woo!
And our kids gave us passes to Disneyland.
How fun.
So, and that got us started, and now even the grandkids, 2 or 3 of them, are still big Disney fans.
Oh, that's fun.
So, wish they didn't charge so much to get in.
But changed. So Disneyland passes for the 25th, and then what happened on the 50th?
They threw another big party, even though I said, no, we really don't need a party, but they wanted to.
It's such a great thing to celebrate.
And I have to tell you this, when we did the 25th, neither one of the boys were married yet.
Okay.
And so they got together and they got some of the girls they knew from college to help them put this party on. And when we walked in, we knew about the party, but we didn't know anything what they had planned. We walked in, and from the top part of them, shoulders down to their waist, they looked dressed up, white dinner jackets, bow tie, white shirt and everything. And then their pants were like bright colored, I don't remember what they were called, the long pants, billowy.
Oh my word.
And flip-flops. So when we did the 50th anniversary,
Very blended.
they did the same thing, only they got the grandsons, and so they all had on coats, suits, and then like board shorts and flip-flops.
I want to come to your parties.
So
That keeps it comical.
Yeah.
That's amazing. There may be other older folks listening to this podcast who are considering the transition to a senior living community. What helped you make the decision to come to Rowntree Gardens? You touched on it a little bit, but go ahead and reiterate.
I would tell people, anybody, that you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And even though you think maybe you might never want to leave your house, I would still go out and look around and have an idea of where you might like to move to. Plan ahead and know, because if something happens, all of a sudden you're in a position where you might have to move quickly. And so I would look into it and kind of have an idea.
Get prepared.
Yeah. And as far as moving here, there aren't that many places like this where it's all encompassing. We figured we could move here and we probably will never have to move again.
Wow.
Because everything's here. And no matter what kind of help we might need down the road, it's here.
Your very own cruise ship.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I would tell people, plan ahead, at least have an idea of where you might want to, you know. And I would not go with the idea that I am never leaving this house. Because why would you want to stay someplace, even if you had help coming in, you're still alone.
You need community.
Yeah, and to me that doesn't make sense. Why would you want to sit all day in your house by yourself or with one other person that you really don't necessarily know very well, a helper, but you could be someplace like this where you have people all around and you can do as little or as much as you want.
Variety.
And be by yourself if you want to, but go out and visit with people.
You have options.
You have a lot of options.
What may be some advice that you would give to someone currently in that position? I think you even touched on that too, with it's okay to leave your house and look into things, plan.
And the other thing I would say is start now dealing with your stuff.
Yes.
Because it can be overwhelming. Especially when you've lived in your house we lived in our house since 1974 and moved here just 3 years ago. That's a lot of stuff to accumulate.
Start going through it.
So start going through it. And you keep saying, well, I want to give this to so-and-so. If it's sitting in the back of your cupboard, give it to them now. And so you can see them enjoy it rather than waiting till later.
Great advice.
So, yeah.
Get to it.
Make things simple.
Make it simple.
Yeah.
I'm learning from you too. What wisdom or advice would you give to younger generations that has helped you in your own life?
You're asking some deep questions.
I'm going for your soul.
Plan ahead to a point. I mean, you don't know what's going to come, but be prepared.
I like that. Plan ahead to a point, because you can save and you can budget and you can try and be as responsible as you can. But sometimes you just need to go for it.
Yeah. And like our one son would say, start saving now.
Start saving now.
He tells the kids, first job, start saving.
Have a budget.
So then when it gets to a point, like now, you can afford to move someplace like here.
Yeah.
It's not like it's beyond your budget because you've planned for it.
And just over time,
So
it has been built.
And get out and see things. Go do things. Don't wait, because you're going to get to a point, again, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow,
Right.
but you're going to get to a point where you maybe aren't going to enjoy things as much. So get out and go see things and go do things while you can enjoy it.
As you did.
Yeah. Wish I still could. We'll plan some more trips.
Yes. You could co-lead. I need another assistant.
We need a cruise.
We need another Rowntree cruise.
Yeah.
We'll plan one. Well, thank you so much for your time. This was really fun to just get to know you a little bit more and understand more pieces about your life and the ways that you have contributed to the community. It's been a pleasure. So thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And